much, man. One of my favorite comedians, George Carlin. Who does not remember George Carlin? His biggest bit that I think a lot of us remember was when he talked about stuff. And what do we do with our stuff? When we get more stuff, we got to go get a bigger house to fit our stuff in. And then we go to somebody else's house, and we don't like being there because our stuff isn't at their house. Madam Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, I want to talk to you about something that all of you brought with you today. And we need to talk about what is in your little red wagon. Many years ago, I worked for a couple of call center companies, and we talked about Little Red Wagon. What a Little Red Wagon is, as we all know, carries our stuff. And when we go from home to work, work to home, we're bringing our Little Red Wagon. And some of the things that we have in our Little Red Wagon are, oh my gosh, I was late to work. I didn't make breakfast on time. Oh my gosh, the coffee maker broke. The coffee maker broke. And by the time we get to work, we have all this stuff in our Little Red Wagon. And now we're already in a foul mood because we brought all this stuff with us. I want to tell you something. What we're doing is we need to stop bringing our Little Red Wagon everywhere we go. Well, what can we do about that? Yeah, we can only control what we can control. Living here in Colorado, we can't control the weather, even though some of the weather people think they can. But when we show up to places and we're all stressed out because we're thinking about bringing our Little Red Wagon with us, we need to start thinking about what we need to take out of that Little Red Wagon. What is going to help us enjoy the day? We talk about things like stress management. Well, what is stress management? It's how we control stress. Well, in my opinion, part of controlling stress is setting goals. And maybe every day we set little goals. And so we're not pulling that Little Red Wagon with all that stuff, because then we need a bigger Little Red Wagon. Things like when we're getting ready for work, having some type of plan. Okay, the car broke down. What do I do next? Can I call somebody? Can I take public transportation? For a lot of us that have gone through those job changes where we find ourselves out of work, how do we handle that? What do we need to do to make sure that that Little Red Wagon of stuff isn't going to be heavier and heavier every single time? I firmly believe that to help with our Little Red Wagon is setting small goals. You know, when I was out of work, one of the things I've always wanted to do is start my own business. So even though I'm working full-time now, I'm still day by day working towards my goal of not having somebody tell me where to go, what flight I got to be on, what rental car I got to do, what hotel I have to stay at. These are things that eventually we can control. We can take little things out of that wagon. So we have stress management. We have setting goals. Another part to that puzzle is actually And a lot of people always laugh when you say it, but anybody in here ever read The Secret or seen The Secret? We talk about visualization. Do you know who uses visualization the most? Professional athletes that we admire. I love watching golf because they make those shots that I can never make. When they're getting ready to putt and they're looking at where the hole is, a lot of times they'll just close their eyes, look down, and see where the hole is. And they put that ball in that hole and you're going, I can never do that after 100 lessons. But visualize. Visualize, where do you want to be? Where do you want to be in 6 months, 9 months? And you take those 3 pieces, the visualization, the goal setting, and your stress management, and your little red wagon is not going to be as heavy anymore. Madam Toastmaster.